Have you ever caught yourself thinking, what if I quit my job and regret it? What if I make the wrong decision? If you're in your 30s, 40s, or beyond and considering a career change, you're definitely not alone. In fact, I think this is one of the biggest fears adults face. It isn't just about changing jobs. It's about wondering whether you're risking the life you've worked so hard to build. Hello, friends. My name is Monica, and welcome to the Midlife Switch, your space for real talk, gentle clarity, and encouragement as you explore what's next in your life and career, one small step at a time. Now, when we're younger, we tend to think, I'll figure it out. But as adults, our decisions often affect more than just ourselves. We have mortgages, we have bills, retirement goals, and for many of us, children who depend on us, the stakes feel much higher. One thing that's helped me is realizing that there probably is not one single perfect career decision. We often put so much pressure on ourselves to find the one path that guarantees happiness and success. But life rarely works that way. Sometimes the best opportunities come from taking a step that was not part of the original plan. Sometimes a role teaches you skills that lead to something even better. And sometimes you discover what you truly want only after trying something you thought you wanted. I do believe that when your actions align with your values and your genuine interests, you're more likely to notice opportunities that move you in the right direction. When you're intentional about what you want, you start paying attention to people, experiences, and possibilities you might have overlooked before. It's not about the universe magically fixing everything. It's about putting yourself in a position to recognize and act on opportunities. That said, I also think it's important to balance hope with responsibility. If you're single, have savings, and comfortably take a calculated risk, your path might look very different from someone supporting a family. If you have children, a mortgage, or people depending on your income, a career change doesn't have to mean making a dramatic leap overnight. It might mean taking a course after work, building a side business on weekends, volunteering in a new field, maybe applying for one job each week, perhaps networking with people doing the work you're interested in. Progress doesn't always require a giant leap. Sometimes it's built through small, consistent steps. Personally, I've had moments where I questioned whether I was making the right decision. It's uncomfortable because there are no guarantees. But I've learned that staying somewhere solely because I'm afraid can also be a decision with its own risks and its own regrets. So instead of asking, what if I make the wrong career move? Maybe a better question is, what small step can I take today that moves me closer to the life I want? That question feels less overwhelming and much more actionable. At the end of the day, no one can promise that every decision will work out exactly as planned. But you can prepare, you can learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. Careers are not usually built on one perfect decision. They're built on many thoughtful decisions over time. So if you've been thinking about making a change, Give yourself permission to explore without feeling like you have to have every answer today. You don't have to choose between being fearless and being responsible. You can be both. I would love to hear from you. What's one career move you've been thinking about but haven't taken it yet? Share it in the comments. You never know who might have advice or be in the exact same situation. Thank you for listening. Until the next one. Bye.